Ahoy, mateys! Welcome to the Cannon. Today we got Michael McClanathan in the studio, Vikings fan. Excited to have him in. Hey, Michael.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
So, Matt, I can see you got a nice Jared Allen jersey on.
Yep.
It's sad to see him go to the Bears, huh?
Yeah, definitely. He's one of my favorite players of all time, but I think it's good for him. I wish him the best of luck over the Bears. I wish he would have gone to a different team, but yeah, it's sad to see him go. I think the defense has definitely picked up some good players, though. They've got Griffin coming in at the end, so I think he'll be a good contribution to the defense. But
yeah, and he's young, and so hopefully is he out of USC, right?
I think so.
He is, yeah. So he's young, good-sized guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can fill a role, but. Well, on that note, so we got my Bucks picking at number 7, and right after us is you guys, the Vikings. Mm-hmm. So, who are you thinking the Vikings might take this year?
It's really up in the air. I know that Coach Zimmer's been talking about wanting to get another quarterback in there. They re-signed Matt Castle.
Okay.
They also have Christian Ponder in there still. So we've got 2 quarterbacks. Last couple of years, they haven't really showed a lot of promise, though. So they're thinking if they're going to go after a quarterback, it's either Terry Bridgewater or Blake Bortles. So, definitely 2 good quarterbacks, and I think we need someone that's going to be able to throw to our receivers. We've got Patterson in there. He's a great receiver.
Yeah, he's up and coming. He's going to be so good.
Definitely. But we've also got a good running game. We still got Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
He's our star child in there. So, but also they're thinking of looking at linebackers too. I'm not sure exactly where from, but. I know they've been talking about linebackers and also running backs. Lost
Toby,
yeah.
Big guy.
He's gone.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch him play for the Vikings for a little bit, though.
Yeah.
But, definitely they're going to need someone else in there, just in case Adrian Peterson does go down, but also give him a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it's hard to have just one running back in the NFL these days.
Yeah.
So back to that quarterback thing, though. So you got Teddy Bridgewater, Blake Bortles, maybe even little Johnny Manziel action. Who would you like to see the Vikings take?
I definitely like Blake Bridgewater.
You Teddy?
Yeah,
or
Teddy.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Blake Bortles. But, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty good things with him. I think he's a decent quarterback. He's one that knows where his receivers are, and I think him and Patterson could connect really well out there on the field. As far as Johnny Manziel goes, the more they've been talking about him, I think he'll be taken before the 8th pick.
Yeah.
Now, definitely would be a good choice for the Vikings, having him and Adrian Peterson in there running the ball and throwing it. But overall, I think that they're going to try to focus on who they're probably going to get at that certain time.
Yeah, I hear that. And I mean, who knows if Johnny's going to be there? The Raiders are always one of those outrageous teams that want to pick a really electric player, and so I could see them letting him sit behind Shaw maybe for a year and bringing Johnny. But if Johnny is sitting there at 8, what do you think of maybe having a little zone option read with Johnny Manziel and Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, definitely, and I think that would be incredible for the running game for the Vikings, and that's something that I think they can improve on. They've got Adrian Peterson back there, and he's done a great job for the last couple of years. Almost broke the whole-time rushing record, but they definitely need something else in there, because once teams decide to shut Adrian Peterson down, there's really nothing there left for the Vikings to do. The passing game hasn't been on. But if they have kind of an option game also, it creates another threat for other teams to try to stop. So if they do get Manziel, that'd be great. But I'd like to see the Vikings improve their passing game a lot.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of potential there.
Certainly. Yeah, it seems like the Vikings are always on the cusp of being good, and they're always competitive, and they've just sort of had that quarterback carousel for the last, it seems like, Brett Favre for like 2 years and killed it, but besides that, it's kind of been...
Yeah, it's been hard. After Brett Favre, we had Travaris Jackson in there, and,
we had the whole Castle, Freeman.
Yeah, we had Freeman
carousel
also.
last year. Freeman from the Bucks coming over to the Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Pooped the bed in that Giants game. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought Freeman was going to be a little more promising.
Yeah.
But you know, it was fun trying to see who was going to be the quarterback last year with Castle and Ponder.
Mm-hmm.
But
is Ponder gone? Is he?
No, they're both still there.
Okay.
So they re-signed Matt Castle. Christian Ponder's still with the Vikings.
Okay.
But I still think that they're trying to find that quarterback that's going to be. Because Vikings have great receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very promising, and there's a lot of room for improvement. But you know, with a good quarterback, I think they can do a lot of stuff.
Oh, I certainly agree. Yeah, you got Jennings, Patterson. Who's that huge tight end? Rudolph. Yeah, he had beautiful hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think it was 2 years ago. He was the Pro Bowl MVP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He just went off that game, and I think the purpose, I think the reason behind that was he had a great quarterback throwing to him.
Mm-hmm.
Once there's someone there that knows, you know, where he's going to be open and is giving him a chance, he can really do some great things. But we didn't see a whole lot of that last year with Ponder and Castle throwing to him.
Yeah.
So, it would be fun to see him really come out of the shell and do some good things for the Vikings. But in order to do that, we need a solid quarterback back there.
Certainly. And speaking of which, obviously, what's said is done. But I remember hearing some speculation that Adrian Peterson was hoping that Mike Vick would come play for the Vikings.
Yeah. And I think that what he was kind of seeing there also is that option game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last couple of years, it's been pretty obvious that when they hand Adrian Peterson the ball, they're hoping that he's going to find a gap and find out where to go on the field. They say, give him the ball, create a hole for him, and let him find a space and just keep blocking.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a running back, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body, and you know, you're kind of carrying the team on your back. And I think in his eyes, you know, he's hoping we get a quarterback to throw some option game in there. We can. And Vic's a great passer also. So I mean, he's got the really good 1-2 punch in there. So
that would have been cool, but you know, Vic signed with the Jets, and I guess that's that. But
yeah.
So and then you got a second round pick. So let's say you guys do get a quarterback. Let's say you get Teddy in the first round.
Right.
Where do you see you guys going in the second round?
Definitely see them going for a linebacker.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure who,
Mm-hmm.
but
maybe a guy like Kyle Van Noy out of BYU or
yeah,
like that.
They need some leadership back there.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is one of we've got some good cornerbacks, and I think that the passing game, the Vikings are going to start, you know, really attacking, and we're going to get some good stops in there. But as far as linebackers go, there's some poor performance in the last couple of years, and I think they just need someone who's going to go in there, take leadership over that defense, and is really effective with the run game, but also with the pass game. So I can see them really focusing on a linebacker for the second round.
Yeah, definitely. They're pretty close and competitive division up there in the NFC North. So, it'd be cool to see you guys get that passing game down, sort of like the Buccaneers. Like we've been in quarterback carousel since Brad Johnson in the Super Bowl. Really, you know, Freeman was almost the answer, and it kind of just ended up being more of a mistake. Unfortunately, I liked Freeman a lot, but just accuracy issues. So, well, hopefully we can get some quarterbacks on our teams and you know, meet each other in the playoffs. But
that'd be great.
Yeah, man. Hey, Mac, it's been great having you in here.
Problem.
Thanks for coming. This is the Cannon. Ahoy, mateys. Don't get no scurvy, and go Bucks, baby. Yeah.